everyone! Today we're going to look at problem solution paragraph. So what exactly is problem solution? In this paragraph type, you explain a problem and then propose some solutions to that problem. It might be something about education, air pollution, or some sort of controversial topics. For instance, what can we do to solve the problem of climate change? Or what can be done to minimize the negative effects of playing computer games? You need to convince the reader to care about the problem and offer some solutions. Just like all paragraph types have an introduction, a body, and conclusion. But of course, it's more complex than that, so let's have a look at the details. Before we get started, let's focus on a problem many students struggle with: procrastination. Are you a procrastinator? Let me ask you a couple of questions and you decide. Do you delay preparing for quizzes and exams, writing papers, or doing homework? Do you put things off until the last minute? Do you leave too little time to do a high-quality job? Or do you feel stressed when meeting deadlines? Do you ever turn in written work or homework late? If your answer is yes to most of these questions, then it's highly likely that you might be a procrastinator. So, procrastination means the act of delaying something that you should do, usually because you don't want to do it. Since procrastination is regarded as students' worst enemy, it is important to know some of its causes and how to manage them. Now, let's analyze this sample text. First of all, the paragraph starts with a description of the problem. Here we try to persuade the reader that the problem needs to be addressed. Okay, let's find the description of the problem in this text. Procrastination is putting off an action or task to the last possible minute. Here, the writer gives us the definition of procrastination, right? And it can have a negative effect on students' schoolwork, grades, and even their overall health. As I mentioned earlier, the writer of this paragraph tries to convince the reader procrastination is a problem that needs to be solved. Here, you see the sentences highlighted in pink show the explanation of the problem. What comes next? I'm sure you're familiar with the topic sentence. Now, let's find our topic sentence. After presenting the problem, now I can write my topic sentence. The sentence following the description of the problem is the topic sentence because this explains the main idea of the paragraph. There are two solutions that can be implemented to overcome this problem. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and find major supporting sentences. Alright, so the sentences highlighted in blue are the major supporting sentences. Here, sentences starting with one way and another way are used to introduce your solutions. One way is to limit distractions that prevent them from starting or completing the task, and another way is to improve their time management skills. So the writer offers some solutions here. And minor supporting details highlighted in gray show how your solutions will solve the problem. And finally, at the end of the paragraph, the writer summarizes the solutions. While writing a problem solution paragraph, you need to follow a structure. First, present the problem. Then, write your topic sentence and propose some solutions. Then, finish your paragraph with a conclusion sentence. Now, let's look at the structure in detail. Problem solution paragraphs state that a certain issue should be treated as a problem. So, before the topic sentence, it is essential that the writer briefly explains the problem or the source of the problem in 2 or 3 sentences. And such an introduction to the paragraph will help you make a smooth transition to the topic sentence. Here, you can see some example introductory sentences. Okay, after you have introduced the problem, you should write a topic sentence just like cause effect or compare contrast paragraphs. Problem solution is no exception. In the topic sentence, you should refer to the problem and present your solutions. Alright, let's take a look at some examples of topic sentences. The phrases highlighted in blue are controlling ideas, and the ones highlighted in yellow are the topics of the sentences. Okay, once you have written your topic sentence, you need to state your solutions first. You should explain how this specific solution will work in order to reach the desirable result. And of course, while doing this, you should provide explanations or examples. But don't forget, your solutions should be realistic, practical, legal, ethical, and appropriate. People should be able to implement the solution. Transitions or signal words help the reader follow the writer's thoughts, ideas. Besides, these words will help you organize your text in a logical structure. Firstly, first of all, secondly, thirdly, and finally. These transition words are used for connecting ideas. For example, the first solution or the first way is hard work, or the first solution is to work hard. So you can use noun, noun phrase, or to infinitive here. By using these signal words, you can provide a smooth transition between major supports. You can take a look at the procrastination text to check how these signal words are used within the text. Now, this is very important. Please pay close attention to this part of the handout. While writing a problem solution paragraph, we might frequently need to use these language patterns. When introducing problems, if you are sure that something will or will not happen in the future, you can use will certainly or will definitely plus verb. But if you are not sure whether something will or will not happen, you can use these modal verbs like may, might, could, or some adjective and adverbs like it is possible that or it is unlikely that. So you will decide. When describing consequences, you can use these expressions to show how certain you are. And when it comes to introducing solutions, avoid making big claims because it's difficult to predict that your solution will work. Use models instead. For instance, the school can, may, should offer counseling to students. These modal verbs can be used in the passive form as well, like counseling may be offered or can be offered to students. Or different types of counseling should be offered for students with different problems. In problem solution paragraph, conditional sentences are also used to convince the readers. Look at the first example. The problem is that the resources are limited and we will be out of fossil fuels in 30 to 40 years if we cannot find a solution to this problem. Here, the writer emphasizes that the situation will get worse if we don't take action immediately. So, in a way, the writer helps us to see the consequences of actions. Let's look at the second one. It may help if we bike, walk, or use public transportation more and use our cars less. Here, by using if clause, the writer shows us how to solve the problem. We can describe problems by using quantity expressions in terms of too much or too little of something. For example, too much exercise leads to bone loss, or an excess of alcohol can cause intoxication. An excessive amount of alcohol can cause intoxication. Or taking too many pills increases the risk of adverse reactions. Too little, not enough, inadequate, or insufficient, lack of, and shortage of describe the quantity in a negative way. They may indicate a total lack of the noun. Your conclusion can include some advice about the problem or the solutions. You may also summarize the solutions that you have suggested. Here you can see two examples which summarize the solutions. So that's the end of the lesson. Don't forget to go over the structures once again before the lesson. Bye!